Hi everyone. In this video, we're going to cover how to construct an ogive in Google Sheets. Like the previous two videos, we're going to use that sample data that we have built into a grouped frequency distribution. If you remember our discussion on ogives from week 1, ogives are based on cumulative frequency distributions. And cumulative frequency distributions are based on grouped frequency distributions. So what we need to do is take this grouped frequency distribution, construct a cumulative frequency distribution, and then Google will construct the ogive for us. So for grouped or cumulative frequency distributions, the first column has no title. The second column is titled cumulative frequency. The first column is full of less than statements using each of the unique class boundaries. For our purposes, we're not going to include the less than statement. We're just going to include the class boundaries. So 0.5, 5.5, all the way up to 25.5. To complete the cumulative frequency column, we start with 0 because there is no data in our raw list that is less than 0.5. For the next row, we know that there are 2 data points less than 5.5. For the 10.5 row, we're going to add the previous frequency of 2 to that 5.5 to 10.5 row of 3, and that gives us 5. Adding 5 to the next row's frequency of 6, we get 11. Adding 11 to the next row's frequency of 9 gives us 20. And adding 20 to the last row's frequency of 7 gives us 27. We know that this is correct because if we go back to our original grouped frequency distribution, we have a total frequency of 27. If we count the number of data points in our raw list, we get 27 data points. So that is the correct value for that last box in our cumulative frequency distribution. To construct the ogive, we're now going to do exactly what we did for frequency polygons. We're going to click in that upper left-hand corner and click and drag to highlight our data. Insert chart. And again, Google correctly guessed that we want a line chart. Much like with the frequency polygon, the only thing missing are those actual data points. So what we're going to do is we're going to do customize series and then change that point size to something that's visible. I prefer the 7 pixel setting as that makes them nice and clear. You'll also notice we have some weird labels here. Our chart title is cumulative frequency versus and then nothing. So I'm going to go to chart and axis titles and change that chart title to ogive. For the horizontal axis, if we know what those raw data points represent, distance, age, time, number of movie tickets sold, we should label the horizontal axis with that. Since we don't, we're going to leave it unlabeled here. But normally you should know what your raw data is measuring and you should label here that horizontal axis appropriately. All right, so that is ogives in Google Sheets. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video.